Have you ever had a dream that shook you, like your mind was showing something you didn't want to see? Dostoevsky gives us one of the most haunting dream scenes in literature: a horse being beaten to death and crime and punishment. So today we'll unpack why this dream is so disturbing, what it says about guilt, and how it can help you understand your own subconscious. Before Raskolnikov ever picks up an axe, Dostoevsky lets us enter his subconscious through a dream. In it, he's not the hardened man he's about to become. He's a child again, standing in the street. In front of him, a thin, exhausted horse is being forced to pull a heavy cart. The animal stumbles, it can't go on. The driver, instead of showing mercy, begins to beat it savagely while a crowd looks on. The child cries, tries to stop it, but he's powerless. The horse collapses and dies. The symbolism is striking even if you've never read the novel. The horse is innocence and suffering itself, crushed under cruelty. The brutal driver is violence, the dark side of Raskolnikov that he can't yet admit. And the child, helpless and horrified, is his own compassion and guilt already alive inside him. Dostoevsky places this nightmare right before the murder to show us something chilling. The crime doesn't begin with the act, it begins in the mind, in the dream. So long before Raskolnikov lifts a weapon, his subconscious has already confessed his guilt. Even if you never read Dostoevsky, you've probably had a dream like this yourself. Psychologists say guilt often sneaks into our sleep in similar ways. We dream of harming or seeing harm to innocent beings, children, animals, loved ones. Or we find ourselves witnessing cruelty but unable to stop it. Or we see violent images we would never act out in real life. Freud might say these are repressed wishes and fears colliding in disguise. Jung would say the horse in Raskolnikov's dream is an archetype of innocence being sacrificed to the darker shadow we all carry. But either way, the message is the same. Our subconscious works through the guilt long before we dare admit it in the daylight. Here is how to work with these kinds of dreams yourself. Number 1, write the dream down while it's fresh. Number 2, identify the roles: who is the victim, who is the aggressor, and who is the witness. Number 3, ask yourself, which role feels closest to me right now? Often, guilt dreams are not about punishment, but about awareness. They show us parts of ourselves we'd rather ignore, but also the parts of us that long for compassion. Recognizing them isn't about blaming ourselves. It's about bringing hidden feelings into the light so we can understand them and begin to heal. So, Dostoevsky's horse dream isn't only about Raskolnikov. It's about all of us, the way guilt shows up in dreams before we ever put it into words. In our next episode, we'll turn to Tolstoy and explore how his dream of death don't just confront mortality, but actually guide us through times of change and transformation. If this series is meaningful to you, you can always choose to support the channel with a tip. Completely optional, but always appreciated, and it helps me keep creating more content for you. If this content resonates with you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it.